Welcome, everybody. Happy New Year. I cannot believe it's already 2026. Like, how did this happen? Anyway, one of the things I wanted to talk to you about is I've gotten a couple of phone calls this week from consultants that are like, I want to do more this year. And so, my first question to that is okay, so what does more mean to you? It might mean more faces, it might mean more sales. So, grab a piece of paper and I would suggest that you answer some of these questions. So, do you want to do more? Or let me rephrase that, excuse me. Do you want more results from your business? Now, maybe you're listening to this and you're super new. You joined in December and you're still figuring out which way how to unpack your kit, which is fine. But do you want 2026 to be a financially solvent business? Do you want to make money in your Mary Kay? Yes or no? If no, that's okay. There's places to grow. There's places for the warm, fuzzy feeling of personal growth and self-development and all of that stuff. So it's not always about making money, but here's what I will tell you about making money. It gives you options. It gives you options to take your kids on a spontaneous Disney vacation, which requires a lot of money. It could mean that you're making money to help your family. So when people say, well, it's not all about money, I get that. But it can also change the financial trajectory of your family. Okay. So number one is, do you want more from your business? And more is extremely subjective. What does more mean to you? Does that mean you're willing to do more faces? Are you willing to be consistent? I would say consistent is probably the key word for 2026. Because what I find is consultants are like way up here and then oop, and then oop, and then oop. So it's like 1 minute they're doing, 8 faces in a week and then they take 2 weeks off. Well, what I will tell you is this is just like going to a gym. If you go to the gym and you do this phenomenal workout and then you don't go back for 2 weeks, literally everything you did at that phenomenal workout 2 weeks earlier is null and void. Like it doesn't do your muscles or anything any good for you to take 2 weeks off. But what if every day you just did hand weights? Or what if every day you rode the Peloton 20 minutes? Or what if every day you did a little something? So I'm going to tell you the power of consistency in this business is key. Now, if you've been in the company more than I'd say a couple of years, here's a great tip for you. Make January your 5-star customer service month, meaning you reach out to every customer. I don't care if you have 4 customers or 440 customers. Reach out to each one and you say to that customer, hey, Susie, I just wanted to check in with you. I want you to know that in 2026, I am doing a very special, exclusive VIP birthday club. And I'd love for you to be a part of it. It doesn't cost anything, but you get a special promotion the month of your birthday as well as a huge discount. And then if you're willing to be one of my, what I call my VIPs, you will receive a sample in the mail every month for 6 months. All I require to be part of this club is that you text me or email me or phone call me your feedback when you get the sample in the mail. So let's say I send you a foundation primer. I want you within 3 days of getting the primer to rip it open, try it, and just text me your feedback. I just want your feedback. It's going to be a new product every month. Would you like to be a part of that? There's no cost at all, but it gives you an opportunity to try 6 new products. I don't think any woman's going to say no to that. Okay, so if she says yes, then you put a little Y next to her name and you've got your very first person on your VIP. Now, I heard a rumor that they're going to get rid of a lot of our samples, which I'm hoping is not true. But in the meantime, stock up on things they may not have tried. Easy things to mail are primer, CC cream, foundation, because now we have that AI foundation finder tool, vitamin C serum, microdermabrasion with the pore minimizer attached, glycolic radiance peel, charcoal mask, hydrating gel mask. Those samples are on their way out because that product is being reformulated or whatever. So there's enough samples that you could do. You could even do like a color card or a lipstick sample. You could make your own samples, even though the company really doesn't want us to do that. If they discontinue our samples, well, then they don't give us much of a choice. So, but I'm going to stick with the company samples for now. So, what if you just told people that you were going to do this effective February 1 and say, if your birthday's in January, I'm automatically going to grandfather you in because you could do one of a few things. You could offer them a birthday discount the entire month of their birthday and make it significant, like 20% on anything they buy for the whole month. Another one of my colleagues, she does a birthday item, meaning they can pick any one item in the whole our whole line. It could be night repair, it could be biocellulose, it could be radiance peel, whatever. They get to pick any one item at 50% off. So it's totally up to you, but be consistent. Decide what you're going to offer. You can make a super quick little Canva or pick collage flyer that says 2026 birthday club. And what I would do is I would text it out to all your clients and just say things to them like, hey, I don't have your birthday. I don't need to know the year. I just need to know the month and the day. So if you made that your passion and you were going to go forward with it, that would be super, super helpful for you. Because here's what I will tell you. Women love doing business with someone that they can trust, with a brand they can trust. Now, what helps you build that trust is 100% satisfaction guarantee for a year. Do they know that? Do they know that they have a whole year to exchange or return any lipstick, mascara, any product that Mary Kay sells? Anything that you've sold them, they have a whole year to return it for either money back or exchange it, right? The second thing is they want your knowledge. Women don't need more information. This was literally a statistic on the news the other day. Consumers are bombarded with information between YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It's like everybody's trying to sell everybody something. What they're looking for is they're looking for wisdom. Now, what that means is somebody comes to you and says, oh my gosh, I've got really deep lines around my eyes. What should I do? And I say, are you currently using an eye cream? No. That would be the first thing. Either depending on their age, you might do eye patches or soothing eye gel or whatever. But if you're new, you might be thinking like, I don't know what to recommend them. I've been doing Mary Kay a month. So when you go on to Mary Kay in Touch, under education, you can click on product. There's actually a chart that has everything for eyes. It has hydrogel eye patches, firming eye cream, time-wise eye cream, repair eye cream, soothing eye gel, and it tells you what each thing does. You could literally pull that up on either a Zoom event, print it out for an in-person event, post it on your VIP page, and let your customers know that you have all that information. That's what they're looking for. Consumers in today's market are wanting your knowledge, your professionalism. Do not ever feel like you're bothering them. I used to get worried about that. I used to think, well, they'll call me when they run out. Gang, you know when they remember to call you is at 7 in the morning when they're washing their face and 11 o'clock at night when they're washing their face. And they're like, oh man, I forgot to call Diane again. And if I call and all I do is say, hey, Janine, I'm super excited to check in with you. How's your new year? Hope you're staying healthy and safe. And I want to check in to see if there's anything you'd love to have. I'm going to be in your neighborhood Thursday. And she'll go, no, I'm good, Diane. And say, okay, I'll be sending you the spring lookbook. Did you get the winter lookbook from me? So just ask her and say, and by the way, I'm doing a VIP birthday club. Do you have a minute? I can explain it. It's free. And she'll say, yeah, what is it? And say, well, the month of your birthday, you get a discount or whatever it is that you want to offer them. But definitely let them know that they have a 1 year satisfaction guarantee from every purchase. So it's about making them feel important. Remember, Mary Kay used to tell us everyone's got a sign around their neck that says, make me feel important. Okay. So you could do something like that. Now, what I wanted to talk about at our 6 o'clock training tonight was what do you do if your date book right now isn't as full as you'd like it to be? So, like, let's say you look at your date book and you've got a reorder client tomorrow to drop by and maybe a facial Friday evening with one neighbor, and that's it. That's all on your date book. If you were a hairstylist and you had one haircut on your calendar, would you panic? If you were a massage therapist and you had one massage booked for the whole month, would you get worried? I would. I'd freak out if I was a massage therapist or I was a hairstylist and I only had one client booked. I would freak out because that doesn't pay my bills. So, with that said, Mary Kay used to tell us inch by inch it's a cinch and yard by yard it's hard. Okay. So, what I mean by that is there's this new bingo challenge. And no matter when you're watching this recording or maybe you're watching it live, what I will tell you is that if you do a little bit every day, you're going to end up so much farther. Now, a lot of you work full time. A lot of you have got kids at home, significant others, exercise goals, financial goals. Like you all have stuff going on. It's not like you're sitting at home knitting, thinking, I have nothing to do tonight. That's like, I don't know really anybody whose life is like that. So you might have to say to yourself, so what do I want to do? So the way your brain keeps from going into overwhelm is to work backwards and to say, when I crawl in bed on January 31st, this is, I want to have eight, I'm just making this up, eight new customers on skincare. Like They can be current customers that are not on skincare and I get them on skincare, or it could be somebody new, but I want to have 8 new skincare customers. I suggest for 2026, you get a chart and sorry, I have something in my eye, and you keep track of who is on skincare and who's not. I have clients who bought a set of skincare from me a year ago, and maybe the only thing they've reordered is cleanser. Well, they're obviously not still on skincare if they're on their original Day Defender, Night Recovery, or Moisturizer. It's been a year. So then I'm going to have a very frank conversation. I might say something to him like, "Hey, Sandy, I noticed a year ago you got a miracle set and yet you've ordered the cleanser. Tell me what else you're using. Like, talk to me. Like, tell me what's going on." She might say, "Oh, well, I thought it was too thick or too thin, or I was hoping to use this or whatever." Ask. And then if you can say, "Oh, well, if you're not happy, I can exchange that." Or if she just wanted to use some old product, whatever, just ask because you're developing a relationship. Okay. So you have to think about ways that you can impact other people. Now, women right now want to have fun. They want no strings attached. They want to have an experience. They don't want to be sold to. Okay, so what's the difference between having a selling event and an experience? A selling event might be something like, "Hey, I'm doing a pop-up boutique for Valentine's Day. I've got a bunch of really cute gifts wrapped. Do you want to come by and see what I have for gifts?" The expectation really is that she's going to come and she's going to look at gifts to give to for Galentine's or her significant other or her daughter, whatever, right? For Valentine's, you're going to sell her a wrap gift. That is having a selling event. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what if instead I said, "Gosh, Lori, you know what? I found that according to InStyle magazine, over 80% of women are wearing the wrong shade of foundation. And Mary Kay just developed an AI foundation finder tool. So I want to get very savvy at using this. So I'm having a private, these are the words I'm going to use, a private exclusive event at my home next week. It's on Friday. You're allowed to bring a foundation brush, primer, anything like tinted moisturizer, CC cream, whatever, and foundation. Those are the 4 things you're allowed to bring. I'm going to professionally match you to the point where no one can tell you have color on. Because according to InStyle magazine, 7 out of 10 are wearing the wrong shade. I'm going to make sure you're not one of those 7 out of 10. If you love our primer, our brush, our foundation, or our CC cream, you're going to be allowed to trade it in that night for a huge discount. Would you like me to save a spot for you? And she's going to say yes. And then you say, "Okay, great. Remind me, tell me about your skin and what kind of foundation look do you want? Blah, blah, blah." Now, this might be somebody who I facialed a year ago and she never bought. This could be somebody who all she ever buys from me is eye makeup remover. This could be somebody that came to my holiday boutique with a neighbor and all she bought was 2 sets of satin hands or 3 sets of Mint Bliss with the free socks. But she's never been a client, like a regular skincare client. So my goal is this year in 2026 is to turn those people over, is to have them go from just buying from me at the holidays for their staff gifts to letting me be their independent beauty consultant. Because with me, you get over 30 years of experience and a phenomenal money back guaranteed product. I don't know any store that'll let you use something for 6 months and then come back and go, "Yeah, I don't like this." They're gonna go, "Well, that's nice." Where in Mary Kay, we take it back. Does that make sense? All right. So with that said, what if you took advantage of a few things? So if you're tracking the company bingo challenge, I'm not sure when you're all going to be watching this. It may be past the bingo challenge by the time you see this, but you have to keep in mind that the bingo challenge just is getting us to get into action. And so in my brain, one of the things for this week is using one of the Mary Kay apps. So one of them is Skin Analyzer, one of them is Mirror Me, another one is the AI Foundation Finder. So let's say, so I'm making a delivery. I just thought of this. I'm making a delivery tomorrow to one of my clients. She's probably late 60s, beautiful gal, retired. And I'm dropping off CC cream and primer. We've never done any color. And she says, "Can I pop by tomorrow morning to your house and pick up my stuff when I leave the gym?" I guarantee you she won't have any makeup on. I said, "Absolutely." So when she gets here, and her name is also Diane, guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, "Diane, would it be okay if we pulled up the Mirror Me app? I want to show you how this works." Because part of my bingo challenge is to use one of the apps with her. Now, I've only matched her for CC cream, never matched her for foundation. So I'm going to probably use the AI Foundation Finder on her first. Then I'm going to use Skin Analyzer on her to see if we've got her on the right product. And then I'm going to use her on the Mirror Me, which means that she can literally click a button and it'll airbrush makeup. So one of the things you guys could do to promote this is take Skin Analyzer as an example. Take all your makeup off. I know this is humbling, right? Use the Skin Analyzer on your face. It's going to give you the whole print. It's going to show your face with all these like funky colored lines all over your face. And then it's going to show, it's going to show like all the regimen that it recommends that you use. Take a screenshot of that. Put it on Facebook, ideally your VIP page. But if you don't have a VIP page yet, post it on Facebook and said, I had no idea that Mary Kay had an app to tell me how I could stay young forever. Check this out. And it's going to have your face with all these different colored purple lines where your wrinkles are and the products to use for that. And say, if you're interested in a personal skin analysis, it's free. Let me know. I have time to do eight, or I'm taking 8 appointments this week for a skin analyzer appointment. People are going to go pick me, right? Then you can make a post the next day using the AI foundation finder. It says, according to AI, I should be wearing Ivory 140. And guess what? That's the shade that I use. Or it's suggesting I use CC cream, whatever. And so you guys could use the AI tool for foundation finder. Okay. And the same thing with Mirror Me. Mirror Me is to go from a la carte nothing on my face. Sorry, you guys, I have something scratching my eye. You have something, the AI tool for the foundation finder or the Mirror Me, any of them are all amazing. And those all meet the challenge for bingo for this month. So how many of you guys are using those? So now I will share with you a really quick story and we'll close with this. One of my consultants is out of state. She is military mom, military wife, I should say, 5 kids now. And she wanted to get her Mary Kay plugged back in. And she's like, Diane, I have no time, from a 2-year-old to a high schooler. Like, her husband's often deployed. Like, she has no time. She said, how am I going to do this? And I said to her, what if you had an event at your house once a month? Just once a month. And you always had it the same time every month, like first Friday. So she goes, that's brilliant. She goes, because I can get a sitter. I can pay one of the young teenagers in makeup to come watch everybody if they have to bring kids, plus her 5. Well, the oldest one's high school, so her littler 4. So I said, great idea. So the first one, she said, I think she called it something like, I can't remember the name. It was something super cute, something kind of sassy, like wrinkles and snacks with and wrinkles or something. And she basically said, because in the South, everybody's about a hot dish, bring in a hot dish. It's all about potluck. So she said, I will have a hot dish prepared. Feel free to bring your own hot dish. But she said, we're just going to be playing with some supplements that are going to help us look like we're still in our 20s, LOL, with a whole bunch of laughing emojis. Because most of these girls are in their 30s, 40s, or 50s. These are a lot of military moms and moms that she knows from the school. So she started doing this the first Friday of every month. It took about 4 months to completely catch on to the point where now people are like, so here's what she does. She gives them a gift. So she has a basket of limited edition eyeshadows that are discontinued. She wraps each eyeshadow. If you bring somebody who she didn't invite, so you bring somebody with you, right? That she doesn't know and doesn't already have a Mary Kay girl, you get a gift. And she doesn't do a formal presentation with trays and mirrors. She just puts a kitchen table out and puts out like all the supplements and says, well, if you're curious, like all the all the boosters for clinical solutions, retinol, microderm, glycolic, and she'll say, all of these do different things. I'm here to answer questions. And it was literally just do it on the back of your hand, try it out. What do you think? She was selling roughly, she's been doing it now a year. She sells on an average of $300 to $600 a night at that event. People all bring food. As long as her, kitchen table is cleared off, she doesn't have to really do anything. She has picked up so many customers from people saying, oh, I'm going to this Mary Kay thing. They're like, I need a Mary Kay girl. Can I come? And so she has picked up customers that have lost their consultant by doing this consistently. And then she reaches out. It's always on a Friday. Then on Saturday, she reaches out to anybody who came that was new. Thank you so much for coming last night. I hope you come every month. I do this once a month. Next month, it's Valentine's, so it's all about lips or lip. And so you might do satin lips on everybody when they get there and then put out the liners for them to draw on the back of their hand, or have a red lipstick night or whatever, or have them bring out a lipstick. She does a lot of trade in, like bring me a lipstick you don't like and get a Mary Kay lipstick at 25% off that night. When you make it a big savings, women will do it. And here's what I will tell you guys. Women love a deal. They want your knowledge. If they spend over 50, show them special deals. Like none of that ever takes money out of your pocket. When your customers think that you're trying to save them money and that you're in their corner, they're so much more excited about supporting you. Okay. So lastly, if you want to get your January started, here's what I would do is I would look at your calendar for January and I would say, when are women most likely to come? Maybe a Thursday night, maybe a Sunday late afternoon, like 4 o'clock on a Sunday. You could do something like, how does AI pick foundation? I have no, you could literally put on the invitation. How does AI pick foundation? I have no idea. Come experience this. And just say, please bring any of the following that you have in your bathroom that you don't love: a foundation brush, primer, CC cream or tinted moisturizer, foundation, and have those women bring those products. You could literally use the AI tool, have them scan their color. You could literally have them try the color, right? And they could make a purchase that night. And maybe for every, when they spend 50, show them special deals. You could even say, if you come, you get a ticket. And if you bring a friend, you get 3 more tickets and give something away. It could even be a wrapped mint bliss with free socks you have left over from Christmas. Raffle that off. As long as there's some kind of a prize giveaway, women love that. And I prefer women to come to me because then I don't have to go to them and all my stuff is already here. So you could do a thing for makeup, a mirror me. But what I would do is I'd probably get them there and skin analyze and say, we're going to do a skin analyzer on you, and you will go home with a spa treatment sample based on what the app says you need help with. If the app says she needs vitamin C, give her vitamin C. If it says she needs microderm, give her microderm. Give her the glycolic radiance pill. Whatever the app says she needs. If it says that her eye area has got really deep wrinkles, give her a sample of eye cream. But you guys could do this so easily. If you're excited and you just draw a finger in the sand and just say, I'm done, I'm going to do more. I'd rather have you do a little bit of effort every day forever than to do a huge blitz and then take 3 weeks off, and then a huge blitz and then take 2 weeks off. So I will tell you, with the bingo challenge, based on the first week, I didn't want to miss. So when I booked the girl from FedEx, because I talked to her several times over the last couple months, we just never connected. And so I said, hey, here's the deal. It's going to sound silly, but I need to borrow your face for a bingo challenge. She goes, what? And I said, so I told her, explained it. And I said, so could I come see you either Friday or Saturday? She goes, yeah, come see me Friday. I don't work till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I said, great. Do you by chance have anybody that would like to come with you, or that I could come pamper with you on Friday? And she goes, yeah, my sister's injured from work. She'll probably be there too. And I said, great. For your sister being there, I'm going to let you have any one item at half price, anything. She's like, really? I said, yep, anything you want. And then she chose micellar water. So I facialed her and her sister. They bought skincare, they bought microderm, they bought a few things. It was about a $250 sale. But I was concerned with the bingo challenge. What if that appointment didn't hold? Then I'd miss the challenge. So then I reached out to another gal in my networking group who I've been wanting to facial. She's a fitness instructor. And I reached out to her and I said, hey, can I borrow your face for this bingo challenge? I need to do a face before Saturday. She goes, yeah, how about Thursday morning? I said, Thursday morning is great. I'll swing by your office. So I did her Thursday morning and sold her a skincare set. I'm only telling you that because if I'd only booked one, thank God both of them held. But what if you booked one and that one didn't hold? She got sick, her kid got sick, she got a flat tire, like whatever happened, then I would have missed the bingo challenge. So I am in my brain continuing the bingo challenge, and I'm telling myself this is not part of the company's challenge, but I'm telling myself that every week I need to do a minimum of 2 new faces every single week. I should be doing way more than that. But I'm just letting you know that me doing 2 new faces every week, in addition to whatever else I got going on. Okay. I hope that helps you guys. You guys can start your business over on a dime. I had 3 people reach out to me in December that said my personal situation has changed. One is now a cancer survivor. The other one is newly divorced. The other one's got health issues. Her mom died. She's just got a lot of stuff going on, and she took all of last year off. And they all said to me, I want to restart. What do I do? I said, let's just pretend you rejoined. Literally, let's pretend you joined. Let's do a kickoff party. You can try to earn your pink ring. Like, let's just relaunch the whole thing. And so any one of you can relaunch your business this month. And if I were you, I would use the tools of Skin Analyzer, the AI Foundation Finder tool, and the Mirror Me app, because it doesn't cost anything for you to do those, and they're super fun. So I hope this has been helpful to you guys. Thanks for listening. Appreciate you.